Hey friends, it looks like and feels like spring today. Birds are singing, sun is out. It's almost 60 degrees. And yesterday, it was a little windy, but it was almost 60 degrees too. So things are happening in the garden. Some of the perennials are coming back. Primrose. There's things, the feverfew. These primrose are in bloom. We've got some small self-heal. Our strawberries. Violas are just starting. I actually filled up the green stalks with more soil the other day. Not yesterday, I think the day before. And I added some seeds. I did a bunch of lettuce in here. But I'm happy my rosemary is still alive, because I don't ever get my herbs. Even my perennial herbs don't come back except oregano. So I'm happy to see the rosemary. One less to buy. What else did I put? I did parsnips, radishes, peas. Some of my peas are trying to pop out. I did peas, lettuce, spinach, parsnips, and then I ran out of space because I didn't have enough soil. Oh, sorry, Mr. Spider. I didn't have enough soil to fill some of these. And the kale in here was already bolting. Is going to bolt. I could see the flowers. So I decided I just used it. We did sheet pan dinner last night. Chicken sausage, kale, and some cauliflower gnocchi. So we enjoyed our kale. But some of these hellebore are a few years old and they are finally opening. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. We've got our mini irises. This is one of the new ones here too. Look at that. Lenten rose. Hellebore is Lenten rose. But they're usually the first sign of spring. They usually start before the crocuses. And as you know, mine started, the ones back there started in December. Look how nice. Right? Such beauty, sign of spring. Bunch of chickweed over here with some hairy bittercress. I did harvest some of this chickweed because I needed it. I've used all of my chickweed already that I had harvested in the fall. So I was happy to see it. There's a lot of purple dead nettle in here, a lot of hairy bittercress, chickweed. Those are usually the first things to come. The hairy bittercress has really been here all along. This is a type of thistle. But what's really important with foraging is that you properly identify and that you don't eat anything that you don't know what it is. So I have numerous books. I've shared them before, the books that I use. And it's important to have pictures. Oh, look, this one's starting to open too. This was my first one, I think. My first hellebore plant. And then I had that one. And then I had that one. And then I got bare root of these other ones. But that one doesn't have any blooms on it yet. But all of this is purple dead nettle. So you can see. And henbit is its cousin. But I don't have any henbit. But there's mugwort starting back there. There's some evening primrose. Alright, so I did plant that. I did cultivate it. And once you plant it, you have it forever. It kind of takes over. But a lot of these things I'm going to dig up and bring to the plant sale that we're having in June in Port Jefferson, New York. So if you live local, at Celtic Apothecary. It's about growing a medicinal garden. We started some carrots underneath these boards. The seeds were a few years old, so I'm not sure. B is sunbathing. I'm not sure if they're going to germinate. So we overseeded. But you can see all this hairy bittercress here. And it takes over. And I wanted to pull it. And I just didn't have it in me to do it yet. Because I want the bees to have something. I only have found one dandelion so far. And so if the bees have started coming out, I want them to be able to have something to eat. This is our Romanesco from last year. Look how small it is. But it survived. It survived. The wind had annihilated it and I put it back into the ground. You could see we got something starting here. These are the kales I left. This is a Brussels sprouts. We got some arugula, but you can see they have flower blooms. So they're going to bolt. So I will be harvesting these and sowing new kale seeds. Oh, this one doesn't look so good. Maybe this one will come back, hopefully. Oh, and that doesn't look good either. Huh. Interesting. So in here, this parsley, the curly doesn't look so hot, but the Italian is great. It did not die, considering we had cold temperatures. It's survived, which I'm happy about. This is garlic, but it looks like some of the garlic rotted. And then I also have some onions in here. These are onions. Again, I thought I was going to label, and I didn't. So I'm just going to pull the bitter crust that's in here, because I don't want the competition for the onions. But this rosemary is alive too, which is great. So it's good signs to see. This parsley is alive. My bronze fennel is alive. We have a random foxglove in there, which I'll have to move. I did clean all of this up, so I cut down the asparagus. Again, we have some random onions in here that didn't get harvested last year. I have to actually start the leeks. I didn't start those. Those need to be started. We've got some seeds germinating over here. I'm not sure what those are. Some more fennel, some more horseradish coming up. That's garlic chives. Medicinal bed is looking a little rough. There are some signs of growth from my valerian. Clary sage, there's nothing, but I did start new seeds this year. I don't know what this is. Feverfew back here. It's just the problem is your sticks wear out and then you don't know what you have. I do have I think this is this is astragalus. This is lovage. I did have a motherwort back here. I'll be upset if the motherwort did not come back, because it had like a fungus and then I treated it. So hopefully it comes back. I don't see any life though, which would not be great. But unfortunately, this is sometimes what happens. This is skullcap. This is geranium. This is our wormwood. This is our marshmallow, which has signs of life. We have sage, another geranium. What is this now? I don't remember what this is either. I know that I have some medicinal bee balm in here too, because I can see the flower heads, seed heads. We've got some mushrooms back there that aren't doing anything. I can't remember what that is now either. I have to look back when it's growing on my videos. But I did start seeds downstairs. I started peppers and tomatoes. Forgot about the leeks. You can see the strawberries are starting to green up. This bed needs to be weeded as well. We did lose a bunch of strawberries last year, which was not great. And I don't know why. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on this and see what happens, because Bee was already in here eating the fertilizer I put down, which is not great, because then she gets a stomach ache and then I have to fix her, and then she doesn't remember. Oh, there's another dandelion. So I've got two dandelions so far. So we've got our blueberries, another fennel here. This is a beach plum. Blueberry, fennel, chives. We've got rhubarb coming up, blueberry. It's oregano with a big wild lettuce growing in. Oh, we got some hyacinths coming up. But see that wild lettuce, how it's been chewed? So I know something's been in here, because Bee runs right over here every time I let her out. So something is eating. And I hear her over there. I gotta go find her before she gets into trouble. But these are all evening primrose babies. This is a foxglove. But so those can be dug up. There's another rhubarb back there. The elderberries. This is They're looking a little rough, but they should be okay. We've got our American. What are you doing over there? Our variegated and our other variegated. What's going on? So, you've been caught up. Bee's been caught. She knows she's in trouble. Oh, I did start some cold stuff in milk cartons because I didn't have space to do it in the basement. So I started cauliflower, cabbage, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts. And so far we have no germination. But we are going to get some rain tomorrow. So I'm hoping that those will be okay. My plan for these is not to grow potatoes this year. Maybe only 2 sweet potatoes. The rest of these will be squash. And what's nice about the grow bags is you can move them. So even if you don't have a lot of in-ground growing space, you can get growing bags. And, you know, I can't really move them, but somebody who's a little bit stronger could. And they come in all different sizes. So these I think are 10 or maybe they're 10 gallon. And then those are 5 gallon. I can't remember. But I've had them for a long time. These ones are specific for potatoes because they have the flap. But yeah, it hasn't really helped us. So that is our garden recap, catch up on this day, a few days before St. Patrick's Day. We have a false spring, and I'm not complaining. I'm out without a jacket. Bea and I took a walk at the beach this morning. She went swimming like usual, status normal. And yeah, I'm going to do a little bit more yard cleanup. And I'll see you next time.